Okay, so now let's discuss the ground state of hydrogen atom using this variational method. So in the hydrogen atom problem, the hydrogen atom consists of a proton and an electron revolving around it. This is the uh, problem that we want to solve, and the location of the electron with respect to this nucleus, I'm taking it as Re, or you can just take it as R. In this case we have only one electron, so just let it be the R value. So to solve this ground state, we need to have a trial wave function which represent the ground state of hydrogen atom. So you know the general complete form of the wave function for hydrogen atom. In that you have actually a spherical harmonics which is coming in and the radial function which is coming in. So in the case of ground state, the ground state is actually symmetric with respect to thetas and phi. There is no dependence on thetas and phi. It just symmetric with respect to r. Okay, so you need not do much worry about the theta phi dependence when you are discussing about ground state of hydrogen atom. So, or your ground state really does not have any dependence on theta and phi. Only depends upon coordinate r. Okay, so that dependence can be written of the form e raised to minus r divided by, we have something like a naught which is represented in the previous case, but a naught is a particular value. Instead of that we have a variable adjustable parameter. I don't know right now what is the value of a naught. I'm taking it as my variable. So this is going to be the wave function form, and of course we have the normalization constant. For the ground state, this is reasonably good. Not reasonably, it's a kind of good trial wave function that we can start with. Okay, so if you have the wave function, then another thing that you want to know is the Hamiltonian. So what is this Hamiltonian for hydrogen atom? Of course it's a three-dimensional problem now. So you have your kinetic energy component minus h cross square by 2m del square, plus you have your potential energy component which is nothing but z square. Here you have z also 1, so e square minus e square by r is your potential. Okay, it's in Gaussian units. Okay, so the Hamiltonian is like this, and the expectation value of this Hamiltonian is nothing but my energy function. Is nothing but expectation value of h cap over naught. E is nothing but expectation value of psi h cap psi, and I can refer this quantity as kinetic energy component, and this is potential energy V. Okay, this is my potential energy component. So this can be splitted into two terms like psi t psi plus psi v psi, or just expectation value of t and expectation value of v. Okay, this is actually a function of our adjustable parameter alpha. Okay, the complete solution uh, is of the form, again you have the normalization constant, but right now I am planning to do, after doing the normalization, find out the value of a, and then I have only this expression. So I will be using a normalized wave function here. So first let me do the normalization. Psi psi is not that, even though your wave function is having r dependence only, the complete integration has to be done over the three-dimensional space. that is r theta phi. Okay, uh, r 0 to infinity, 0 to pi, 0 to 2 pi, and you have your wave function, and the it's just a multiple. You have a real wave function here, there is no complex part, just take the uh, square of it. So that is a square e raised to minus 2r by alpha into dv over the volume. Over that volume element is nothing but r square sine theta dr d theta d phi. Okay, so this will give you, this is normalization, so it's 1 a square. Well, as the function really does not have any theta phi dependence, if you integrate it over theta and phi, that will produce 4 pi. And here on the r dependence you have 0 to infinity e raised to minus 2r by alpha. You have this r square dr. So this will give you, this is actually a standard integral, and the integral equation, this is a standard integration, 0 to infinity x raised to m e raised to minus a x raised to n dx is going to be 1 by n gamma m plus 1 by n divided by a raised to m plus 1 by n. It's a standard equation, kind of easy to remember. 1 by n gamma m plus 1 by n a power m plus 1 by n, again same term. Okay, so I just have to apply this equation here. This will give me 1 equal to a square 4 pi. Here my m is equal to 2, n equal to x raised to r raised to what, nothing, so 1. A is 2 by alpha. Okay, so 4 by 1 by n is 1 by 1 gamma m plus 1 3 divided by 2 power 3 and alpha power 3. Okay, that will give you gamma 3 is nothing but 2 factorial, that is 2. 4 pi a square into 2 alpha cube divided by 2 cube. This 2 cube and this will cancel. You get your a square as 1 by pi alpha cube, or a is equal to 1 by root pi alpha cube. Okay, so that is your normalization constant, and you have the complete wave function. Your psi now become like 1 by root pi alpha cube e raised to minus r by alpha. I'll take this as a whenever I'm doing the integration. Finally, I will substitute it. Okay. Now another thing that we have to calculate is this quantity h, or this is your your d alpha energy function. It's a function of the trial wave function. Sorry, it's a function of this adjustable parameter alpha. This is your expectation value of h cap, and I have written it like t and v separately. I'll first calculate the kinetic energy term. We now first try to calculate this expectation value of t. So this can be calculated like minus h rho square by 2m, and you have your triple integration on theta phi etc. But theta phi, there is no dependence on theta phi. You can directly take it as 4 pi. And again, another thing which is there along with the wave function is the normalization constant a. And it's a constant. It has nothing to do with this operation. So that again come out of the integration. So remaining thing is integration of something 0 to infinity e raised to minus r by alpha, and you have the operation which is coming, which is nothing but uh, whenever you have only r dependence, it's dou square by dou r square e raised to minus r by alpha into r square dr, because sin theta d theta d phi get that is integrated out to 4 pi. Okay, this quantity you have to calculate and you have to be a little bit careful here for this integration. The reason is that if you are taking the first derivative of this function, that function is not continuous. You take the first derivative, you will get something like minus 1 by alpha into e raised to minus r by alpha something. So there is a discontinuity for that function. And in that case, if you're taking the second derivative, you will be in trouble. You will not be getting the correct answer. So to avoid that, it's always better whenever you're trying to calculate this expectation value of kinetic energy, you can use the expression like this. So kinetic energy expression, let me write it in the general form. So if I have an integration of kinetic energy term, and psi t psi that I calculate by minus h cross k by 2m psi whatever that operator. In general case, it is del square operation acting on psi. So instead of calculating del square psi directly, you can write it in terms of the first order derivatives like this. So I'll write it in the integration form like minus h cross square by 2m integral. In general case, it can be from minus infinity to infinity. uh, you have psi, and you have to calculate, you're supposed to calculate psi star del square psi d tau. This is something that you're supposed to calculate. Instead of calculating that, you can use for this quantity minus h cross square by 2m minus infinity to infinity, you can write h cross by 2m integral minus infinity to infinity psi star. Instead of that, you can write del psi star dot del psi over d2. So no second derivative. Instead of that, del psi star and del psi, and you can uh, multiply them and integrate it. So if you do like this, you can just get rid of these difficulties of uh, what discontinuity for the first order uh, of this wave function. It often comes and we will not be noticing it. If you have done it directly on direct integration, if you have done it, you will be getting a negative sign for the kinetic energy. Answer is same, but you will be having a negative sign and you will not be able to figure out why it came. So this is a handy tool for doing this integration. So if you are doubtful how this expression is come from, you can see the Serli this discussion part. It is discussed there, and they're directly doing it. It's kind of easily you can show that. So I'm not showing that. I'm just taking the result. Okay. So if I calculate this in this manner, see, don't forget that you don't have a minus sign here now in the modified expression. Okay, so let me calculate that now. My integration for this problem is something like this. So instead of doing this, I'll take the h cross square. Remaining things are same. H cross by 2m 4 pi a square integral 0 to infinity. Here my limit is running from 0 to infinity. And instead of doing this, I will take dou by dou r of this quantity and dou by. See, the moment if I'm taking psi star, there is no change for this function. It's a real function. There is no complex part involved. Psi star itself is the same thing. So you can take dou by dou r of this quantity and take the square of it. That's it. And r square multiply integrate over d. That's it. Okay, so my delta t or my expectation of t is h cross square by 2m, or whatever terms are there, which are 4 pi a square 4 pi a square integral 0 to infinity, and uh, you have to take the first differentiation of this wave function. My wave function is e raised to minus r by a minus r by alpha, sorry, alpha. So if I take the derivative of that, it will produce minus 1 by alpha. So minus 1 by alpha it will produce, and I have the similar term. The term again will come as it is an exponential operator, e raised to minus gamma alpha, e raised to minus uh, sorry, r by alpha, and the same term repeat once again, or just take the square of it. So the answer is going to be just this over r square dr. Okay, so that will give me something like h cross square by 2m 4 pi a square divided by alpha square integral 0 to infinity e raised to minus 2r by alpha r square dr. And this integration is uh, the standard form, and you have to apply the previous expression, exactly the same expression. So what is that? uh, yeah. So this expression you will substitute. You can take the value m is equal to 2 in this case, also n equal to 1, a is also 2 by alpha. So whatever you are going to get is nothing but root 3 alpha cube by 2 cube. Okay, I'm just taking it. This is nothing but root, sorry, not root, it's gamma 3 by 2 cube alpha cube. That is an integration of that. So this is nothing but 2 to 4 pi 4 pi a square. I know this is 4 pi alpha square. A square I am substituting it as 1 by pi alpha cube, and h cross square by 2m. So this is a final term, final expression. You have a lot of cancellation here. Alpha cube cancel here, 2 cube cancel with this 4, and gamma, this 2 cube cancel, and pi, any cancellation, pi, yeah. So the final expression is nothing but h cross square divided by 2m alpha square. So that is going to be your expectation value of t. The same way you can calculate for v, which is psi e square by r psi. Okay, so e square integral, well, that 4 pi after the integration or theta and phi, 4 pi 0 to infinity, you have e raised to minus r by alpha 1 by r, again same term will repeat, so this will become minus 2r by alpha. You have a 1 by r factor there, by r and r square dr. That's the integration, and that r cancel here. This will produce only 1r. So this will become 4 pi e square. Okay, same expression here. Our m again become 1. So gamma 2 divided by 2 raised to 2 alpha square. That's the expression. So this is nothing but 1. There is nothing over there. Yes, gamma 2 means 1 factorial. So that's 1. This is 2 square, that is 4. This will cancel. And what else is there? Pi e square alpha square. That's it, right? Pi e square alpha square. So there is a small mistake here. This term, the potential energy term, is negative. There is an explicit minus sign, minus e square by r. So forgot to put that. So there is a minus sign everywhere. Okay. And one more thing is that this psi is having a normalization constant, a square. I will put that value here. So a square, a square, and a square. So let me substitute that value of a square here. Minus pi e square alpha square. A is 1 by root pi alpha cube. So a square is 1 by pi alpha cube, and this pi cancels, alpha square cancel, only we will be having is minus e square by alpha. Minus e square by alpha is your expectation value of the potential. Okay, so our energy function is expectation value of h, which is t plus v, which is the first one is h cross square by 2m alpha square and minus e square by alpha. So now we have to minimize this value with respect to alpha. We want to find out the small possible value for E that corresponds to our ground state energy. So dou E by dou alpha is equal to 0 implies h cross square by 2m. Here you have minus 2 coming in, alpha raised to minus 3, which is equal to, this time going to the RHS as it is 0. So e square minus e square alpha raised to minus 2, right? This minus will become positive when you are putting in the RHS, and you have, whenever you are integrating it over alpha, one another minus will come, and you have alpha square. Okay, so then this is like 2 cancel here, minus sign cancelled. This will become h cross square divided by m. Alpha cube minus alpha cube, that means alpha square cancel here. Alpha square cancel. So you have only alpha remaining is e square, or alpha is nothing but the alpha that you obtained is h cross square by m e square. Okay, corresponding to this alpha you will get the energy as stationary. Okay, so this alpha I am taking it as alpha naught, and I am just substituting that value here in this energy expression. So E is h cross square by 2m alpha, 2m alpha is h cross square m e square. Square is here. Okay. Square of this quantity and square of this quantity minus e square by alpha. E square divided by h cross square m e square. So this will give you h cross square cancelled, m, yeah, uh, this is going to be m square e raised to 4 and 1m again cancel, so 2 h cross square minus e square m e raised to 4 divided by h cross square. So you see m is e raised to 4 divided by h cross square minus m is e raised to 4 by h cross square. Just do this and finally you will be getting minus, this is like 1 minus 2, minus of m is m e raised to 4 divided by 2 h cross square, right?